Drafting up a contract with yourself is easy. Following through with the words on the page, that's the hard part. When I was in my darkest hour, I wrote a contract to myself. At over 300 pounds, I wanted to change the man that I was and tackle the impossible. Chasing dreams takes faith. It takes seeing the finish line from the starting line. I left my business managing Grammy-winning artist 2 Chainz to chase my dream of becoming an athlete. They called me CEO Charlie, but looking in the mirror, I wanted to be somebody else. And then my life took a wild turn. I was diagnosed with a brain tumor. Suddenly, the success and money didn't matter. So I just started running. I started running around the block, then I ran a little further. In a year's time, I lost 125 pounds, building momentum for an Ironman in New Zealand. That was the contract I made for myself. So I got on a plane with my best friend Scott, and we set out to become Ironman. But deep inside, I was afraid I wouldn't finish. I mean, how could a guy like me be an Ironman? I've always been the underdog. With everybody else in the race being so athletic, my strategy was to have fun with it. So it's race day. Scott and I, just 2 common guys surrounded by elite athletes, and we're dancing down the starting line. We hop in the water for our swim, and honestly, it was easy. It felt like we could see the finish line from here. We transitioned into the bike ride, and the fans were going crazy. I think they were cheering me on because, well, I was one of them, the common man. New Zealand, beautiful roaring hills, but those same roaring hills broke our bodies down. 12 hours into the race, and we're almost in last place. The Ironman's race director got afraid we're not gonna finish.
Steve from Ironman, how you doing? Whereabouts are you guys? You're gonna need to get behind him. You have to give him a bit of a push. So if you guys can get a word to him, the cutoff is 5:30, and he needs to be out on the road by 5:30.
I was scared. I left my company, changed my entire life. Everything was in jeopardy. I was throwing up, and my digestive system was shutting down. It hurt to even high-five the supporters. We were minutes away from disqualification. Everything was crashing down on me. Everything. My promise I made to myself, to everyone who believed in me. When you're at that wall, sometimes that wall isn't just in front of you. You're surrounded by the wall. I couldn't go over, I couldn't go through, and I couldn't go around. I had to dig deep. I picked myself up, fighting disqualification. And there it was, the finish line to an entire chapter of my life. This wasn't about 140 miles. This wasn't about an Ironman. This was about the contract I made to myself. When I crossed that finish line, the old me was no more. The new me was born, and I became Charlie Rocket.